Well, I guess it all started back in January. I had a domestic in the apartment. My daughter's father and I got into a domestic. He made damages to the bedroom door, used my rent money to bail himself out. So that kind of
Describe
put me
what
in
you
a
mean
hole.
by a domestic.
He put his hands on me. I have police reports stating that the officer seen all the bruises on my arms, all the red coloring.
What happened to that domestic violence case?
My daughter's father currently is 2 years probation, and he's attending anger management. Our daughter's father admits to breaking the door.
Oh, well, let's have it. Because according to you, going after her for the replacement of the door.
She was there. She was part of it. It was a
No, but
mutual.
out of curiosity, why wouldn't you go after him?
All right.
According to you, they're friends.
We were all friends beforehand. My daughter's father informed me of this on Thursday.
Who has the baby?
We're in a custody battle.
Okay, but she lives with who?
Primary residency with mom.
Primary residence with you.
Yes.
All right. So your lawsuit, what happens is you stop paying rent, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You kept the security deposit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I
Why
explain
didn't
the
you
door?
pay rent?
We had started the process, the notice to quit. The first notice to quit
We had started the process.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh,
he had
against you.
Yes. The notice to quit, the first one I got was for lack of payment in March. I paid off March and received a second notice to quit for April and May. So at this point, because I had so much outstanding bills and everything was falling behind and crumbling right before my eyes, I had to then start stacking up and saving money to be able to move out this premises. Living under the conditions that I lived in.
So you agree that you didn't pay 4 months of rent?
I never disputed that, not once.
Okay, but in your complaint, you say the law says I don't have to because he's evicting me.
Not that I don't have to. In the stipulated agreement, when we went to court stating that I would be out by August 1st, they did not inform me that I would have to pay him back.
Okay. Let me see the stipulated agreement that you guys entered into. But I'm going to quote from your complaint. I even looked it up online, and it said I didn't have to continue paying if he was going to evict me. Where did you get that idea?
Judicial website.
Yeah, you know what? You better check your sources on that, sweetie, because that is just not true. Your rent obligation is your rent obligation.
Absolutely.
The fact that you would rather pile it up to be able to move may be what you have to do because you feel you have to do it. But that doesn't mean he doesn't get a right to sue you to get paid. So he did not come after you for rent. You went after him for slander. In other words, you didn't just stay quiet and wait and see, is anybody going to chase me for $3,600? You went ahead and proactively filed a lawsuit against him, which was going to bring him to court for him to go ahead and file a lawsuit against you. What were you thinking?
I had actually received the lawsuit from him first.
Right, but when did you file your slander lawsuit?
The minute I found all this up on social media.
Okay, the minute you found that out. And if he knows that he can't squeeze water out of a rock, maybe he just lets it go. But you turn around and you file a lawsuit because somebody said something nasty about you on Facebook. How long have you been on Facebook?
It has.
That this is such a big shocker to you.
Actually, it is.
What did he put?
So this is a case where she claims that her landlord defamed her, used a Facebook post and put her business out there. Does that give her a right not to pay her back rent? She's saying that she had to scrape up and save her money to move out, but don't you have to pay the bills that were already due? This is kind of like a sticky situation with a lot of people when they rent. They have a landlord and they have to deal with somebody, and then something happens, they get behind, and then they go to court. Now they're in court because he posted her business online, which may or may not impact her reputation.
I also made a police report on the first post.
Wadi, it has been 3 months since you have paid rent. I have to pay for you to live. I have been in touch with your DCF caseworker and your ex. Do you realize how this is going to go in court? You're going to ruin your life by going down this path. Custody of your daughter to your ex. You have missed all your drug programs. That is why DCF is not paying for the first month you missed. On a win, the court will only worry about where your daughter will live. As soon as they find out she has a place to go, it's bye-bye, Wadi. Please call me if you're out ASAP, I'll withdraw the $5,000 lawsuit. You've taken enough for me to do the right thing. I don't deserve this anymore. How does it get worse?
After that, I made a complaint with the cops, and I have the police report. They went to his house. They asked him to please remove it. He removed it, and then he posted something up even worse.
That's something you say on your wall. That's something really not meant for public to see. That's actually kind of rude putting that so it comes across everyone's news feed.
Those are just friends
Oh,
commenting.
other people?
Yeah, friends commenting that.
Private and unprofessional. Wow, that should have been a private message.
Agreed.
Could I say something?
No, deal with it, you say. I'm in a bad position. I'm hoping her friends will talk some sense into her. I'm no real estate tycoon. When I pay for her to live, my family suffers. I have 2 children of my own and bills to pay. If people are friends with her, then take her in.
Wow. I cannot believe he posted that. He's putting a good leg out there for her to stand on, but I don't think she's gonna take it. And they're in court, but personal business should never be put on a public wall. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I don't care what it is. If you have money issues, do not try to ruin them publicly, because then a lot of people will be getting in your business. That is a sensible reaction of mine to that, but let's see how this plays out.
You've misspelled do. To a visit from the police, you misspelled meant. Due to a visit from the police, I've had to revise my post. I would like to thank everyone for their support. You misspelled there. This will continue to be a problem for me for the next few weeks, but I will win in the end. It's a shame that it had to go this far. Is this on her wall again?
No, this would have been mine.
On yours. But I will win in the end. It's a shame that it had to go this far, or that I had to put a certain unnamed person's business all over the city like this. If anyone would like info on this any person, just hit me up on a personal message. I would also like to mention that anything I said in my earlier post was and still is true to the best of my knowledge. I did not slander or harass any person in any way. I simply stated the facts as I know them. I'm trying to embarrass her into moving. While she's not paying rent, she's enjoying the lifestyles of the ghetto fabulous. She has 2 incomes and collects welfare, and her man gets unemployment and works. They can pay, they just choose to spend their money in other places. I also have a commercial account with Facebook and boosted the post so it is all over New Haven. Did you call her DCF caseworker?
She put me in touch with him. He gave me all this information.
Gave you all what information?
That the guy said to me, look, we're on to all her games. She's not going to her drug programs. We know what she's up to. And end up out on the streets. That's what's going to be the outcome of this.
Did you have a DCF case where you were supposed to be doing certain things and you didn't comply with them?
I was complying with all of them, and
Was there an allegation by DCF that you weren't?
No, not at all. And my DCF worker did state, in fact, that because I had a lot of allegations towards me, and he told me, he's like, I cannot tell what's going on with me to him.
I'm finding it
My
hard to
daughter's
believe that a
father,
DCF
nobody.
worker would share info with you.
They're not allowed to, Your Honor.
Right.
My DCF worker knows and knew the case. Even my daughter's father kept going back
How
and
does
forth.
that guy know it? Because you think your
Yeah,
ex...
my daughter's father and him are still in
friends.
cahoots with each other. Whole thing.
Right.
So the
And because
cops
you have a
called
drug
DCF.
problem.
No, I don't.
Okay, what is this? I've been going all my
I have right
drug
here
program.
everything negative.
Did you get ordered to a drug program?
Yes, I did, and everything's
But
negative.
why did you get ordered to a drug program?
Because my daughter's father, while he was getting arrested, kept yelling, and she's a drug addict, she's a this, she's a that. So
yeah, but you don't
because
get sent to a drug program because a guy who just hit you said you were a drug addict.
that's what they did. Because he made that accusation against me, and they went and they put me in the drug program.
Who did you get that from, DCF or her ex?
Your Honor, all you have is your word, and I'm giving you my
Do you
word.
hear me?
I got it from
Do you hear what I
DCF.
asked?
Yes,
Was that the answer to what I asked?
Nope. I got it
What
from
did I
DCF.
ask? Douglas, what did I ask?
Want to ask
Who did you learn that she had,
DCF.
Right,
quote,
DCF.
missed all her drug programs from?
Her
The
DCF
ex or
worker.
DCF?
Nope, her DCF worker. And I can tell you why I was in...
What's the name of the person you spoke? I want to find
You know
out
what, Your
who in
Honor,
DCF.
I don't...
Talk about your lawsuit against her, back rent and damages. Okay, how did back rent and damages total 5583.45? Go ahead.
There was 4 months of non-payment of rent, which there was damage. I actually
Prove the
have,
damage.
right here. I got the photos of the damage, and I also have from Lowe's.
What was the damage? Tell me about it.
Obviously, there was the 2 doors, but over and above that, the biggest damage was the carpet. I don't know what happened to this thing. And I was there. The last time I was at that apartment, was a day or two after she had the domestic, and there was no damage to the carpets. The door was obviously damaged, but the switch plates were fine, lights were fine.
Are these two different
carpets-
doors, or is this the same as the other one?
It's probably the
All
same
these
one.
are the same door?
One of them's an entry door, front entry door. That looks like the front entry door. The other one is the bedroom door.
And both doors were messed up?
Yeah.
During the domestic, just the bedroom door was messed up as long as the frame. The downstairs opening door, I had informed him that I tripped and fell into the door, and when the door frame popped out months prior to even the domestic happening, and I had informed him that I need the frame fixed, and he never got it fixed.
Well, yeah, but if you broke it, I mean, you broke it. All right, so, and what about the carpet? What's going on here?
The carpet's been there since before I moved in. The people that lived in there before me had a big pit bull and animals. I have a small
Do you
dog and
have,
two
you
cats as
claimed
well.
in your post that you had pictures of how you handed the apartment to her. Let me see those.
There's 2 pictures in there. Unfortunately, that's all there is. Yeah, I don't really have. But what I do have, Your Honor, I have a picture of her with her pit bull. So,
Let me see. Let me see that.
With my pit bull?
well,
Do you have a pit
somebody's
bull?
This girl has trashed the place during her domestic violence issue with her ex. It looks like there's been damage. The front doors, bedroom door, and then now carpet destruction. I mean, this is adding on to her final number, and it's not looking good for her.
I rescued a pit bull for a day, and the owner came and found it, and I gave it back. It was one day. I have a
This is-
small dog
What is
and
this
two
a
cats.
picture of?
Oh, that's my brother looking at a hole in the wall.
Say it again.
Oh, I'm sorry. My brother, there's a hole, I don't know, it's in a closet. It's a hole in the
That was
closet
there when I
wall.
moved in.
This big old hole?
Yes, that was in my closet when I moved in. My bedroom was so cold in the summer. It was
Why
in the
would you
winter.
move
It
into
was
a place with your
ridiculous.
child that had a big old hole like that? And why didn't anybody take care of it? The receipts and deducted from the rent.
I'm a female. I don't know how to do none of that stuff.
Really?
That's
You're
his
a
job.
female. I'm so.
That's not my job as a landlord. I'm not the
You
landlord.
Really?
He's
Because
the
I don't
landlord.
really think your genitals have anything to do with whether you get this fixed by a professional and then deduct it from the rent. If he
You're right, I
really
should've.
told you to do, well, see, here's what he says. Was that way when you handed it to her?
No.
I also don't think that if you're having troubles with DCF, with drug testing, with custody battles, and with paying rent, that you should take in a pit bull who's stray.
Well,
I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
that's why
that's-
I'm happy he was gone afterwards.
The doors go sue the guy who broke them. I think you got his number, okay? I'm not going to make the victim of a domestic violence case pay for it because you're buddies with him and getting information from him against her.
Your Honor, can I say something?
No, you cannot. I'm done with both of you. The rent is $3,600, which she owes you. The carpet is in deplorable, absolutely, utterly deplorable condition. And you can apparently get it done for $1,102, so I'm going to award that. Now we've talked about your lawsuit against her. You're entitled to $4,702.95. However, she's got a lawsuit against you for, and minus $900, which you've kept. And then, so what have we got? We've got $3,802.95 minus whatever the interest is owed to you, right? But then I've got her lawsuit against you, where you put up on Facebook and you tell me unabashedly that you did it on purpose. You wanted it to be out there. You boosted it with your client list. You want everybody to know that she has a drug problem and that she's been ordered to drug rehab and that she is not attending her drug rehab and that therefore she's going to lose her kid. It was a very vicious, vicious thing you did. And frankly, I kind of agree with her that you were defaming her character in a way that you didn't really have a right to do. So, I'm finding in favor of the defendant in half of the amount thanks to the defamation that I find, and so I am ruling in his favor in the amount of $1,901.47. That is my verdict.
Well, that wrapped up real nice. The landlord did post her business and even some confidential information and accused her of being a drug addict because he got some information from a DCS worker, whatever that is, probably child. So yeah, this girl, I mean, she kind of messed up, and it sucks that her ex-boyfriend is his friend, and it was kind of a messy situation. As a matchmaker, I would not recommend her getting into any relationships back to back like that, because then your ex-partner is going to retaliate, and it sucks. Yeah, this was a messy situation.